Yo, what's up, everybody? Awesome, nobody here, and welcome to another episode of Evan Verse, the internet, where I basically come on here and talk about what's being talked about and give y'all a real perspective on if it's cap, woo woo, or if it's the real deal. I mean, there's a lot of news out here. There's a lot of people saying a lot of stuff, but is that what the real population is really doing? It's cap, right? That's the popular word of the day. So the topic I'm talking about today is our beloved Kanye West. He went on Drink Champs. Awesome interview. Definitely a contender for interview of the year. And he also talked about Beanie Sigel. I mean, Beanie Sigel has been a touchy topic when it comes to Rockefeller artists, just because I guess the proper word is the animosity between him and Jay. And I don't even think it's between Siegel to Jay, is from Jay to Siegel. Jay just been keeping his distance. Jay's just been doing his business separate from Siegel. I've seen interactions with Freeway. I've seen interactions with, honestly, that's really it when it comes to the old rock. Well, Chris, that's what I was trying to think of, young Chris, but nobody else, right? So just keeping it on who I'm talking about, Siegel recently and what was said. So I want to bring up this stream real quick and just show you guys what was said. So here, pretty much Kanye says, Beanie Sigel says that Kanye West is giving him 50 million and 5% of Yeezy stock. So let's see what they say.
From a motherfucker the other day.
What they say, man?
Oh,
Yeezy.
What did he say?
What he say?
Let's go.
He said, "See, I owe you 50 million.
50 million.
5% stock in Yeezy." And I don't know if niggas know, Yeezy's at 1.7 billion.
Let's go.
That nigga got a $50 million check for a nigga.
That ain't light.
Hold on.
That ain't light in the ass.
Is South Philly in this motherfucker?
Let's go. Philly, stand up. He's back.
Is West Philly in this motherfucker?
The Broad Street Bully is back. Let's go. Let's go.
Phone call from a motherfucker the other day.
What they say, man?
Oh, Yeezy.
Where's that? Let's go.
Let's go.
He said, "See, I owe you 50 million.
Let's go.
And
50,
5% stock in
50
Yeezy."
million.
And I
50 million. 50 million. Now look. Before I get into all this, right? Let me make sure it's all. I don't want, first of all, I don't want to take away from Siegel, right? At all, right? I don't want to make this seem to be like he's not undeserving of this at all. Siegel 100% deserves this. You understand what I'm saying? Siegel has been a soldier, and it's not even about being a soldier. Siegel has been the best and the realest at what he was doing for years. For years. There's a reason why Hove left Brooklyn and went to Philly and picked up these Philly goons, right? There's a reason for all that. And it was honestly very sad to see someone that you grew up watching fall from grace. And yes, Siegel had a big fall from grace. You know what I'm saying? He had a big fall from grace. But I mean, it's part of the game. Unfortunately, it's how the game goes. And we was all pulling for Siegel. We was all pulling for Siegel. And we was all very happy when Siegel got out of jail. We was all very happy. We was all very sad when he had his misfortunes with his health. We was all happy to hear he recovered, and we was sad to hear the BS with him and Meek, because listen, Siegel dropped some of the hardest bars that we grew up to. When I say we grew up to, that means that he basically was writing the Bible for us to follow and giving us the game to the old heads raised him on, and that he raised us on, so that way we could grow up to be men or just grow up to be solid individuals. Siegel was a solid dude, you know what I'm saying? And very happy to hear his stories and very happy to hear how he got on and very happy to watch his career. You get what I'm saying? And so I want to talk about, is this ridiculous amount? No, it's not. That man probably, Kanye owes him maybe more, but he's, just being him, he's giving it to him in the percentage. All right. Kanye, I'm gonna see if I can find the clip, you know what I'm saying, where Kanye was talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I don't know if they got it on here. This might be it. This might be it. And so we'll see. We'll see. I want to find the actual clip of Kanye. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here it is. So here it is. So this is the reason why. This is the reason why. He gonna get the money. The man made up the name Yeezy. That's love right there. Solid. K Rock. Mm. Love. Yo, and you know what? Say what y'all want. Say what y'all want about Ye, right? Say whatever y'all want about Ye, right? But this is probably the most solid thing we've ever seen another artist do to another artist besides signing them to the record label, right? This is on the level of what Big Meech was doing for Blue Da Vinci. And I know we're not really supposed to talk about Blue Da Vinci right now, but I mean, Meech was spending millions on Blue's career, and he really wasn't even that high. He was a solid rapper. I'm not doubting his lyrical skills. He was a solid rapper. He just wasn't hot. And he put him around hot people. And so hot meaning popular, you know what I'm saying? Hot meaning like trendy, you know what I'm saying? Blue could rap, no doubt about that, but he just wasn't popular. And you know what I'm saying? So, but Siegel, I mean, sparred with the best, lyrically inspired everybody. I mean, his bars were the best. And just like Kanye said, Kanye left out a couple things that I'm gonna touch on, but I'm just gonna recap what he said. Kanye said gave him the name Yeezy. That's big because he said the brand is so big and everybody loves it. And it's a cool name. It's a cool name. I mean, this is an example. We got to take care of those people who took care of us. You get what I'm saying? He said, "Come on, yeah, I got you. You cool with me? Let's work, do beats." You know what I'm saying? And just a whole bunch of other stuff. You good with us anywhere we go. And I want to touch on something else that Ye didn't talk about. So let me stop streaming real quick and switch to the other. Uh, and I want y'all to hear from from the horse's mouth, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Or from who I want to hear it from. Let's see. And let's see, where's that? Let me see. I want to add. All right. So look, right here, Beanie Siegel. This is not, look at the age on Vlad. I hate to see Vlad, you know what I'm saying? But Vlad does have some solid interviews. 9 years ago, it says Beanie Siegel recalls coming to Kanye West 8. So let's check it out.
Google Career Certificates provide online training.
Right, of course, commercials, YouTube with the commercials. But I mean, basically, it's a good story, and Beanie deserves this for just being Beanie. You know what I'm saying? Doing solid things, changing the game.
I remember interviewing Choke No Joke.
Yeah.
He told me about this one time when Kanye was at like a diner or something.
Here we go.
You know the story
Look
already?
at that laugh. Listen to the laugh.
And he was feeling how some dudes was like looking at him sideways at his jewelry or whatever.
Man.
And he started to get kind of nervous, and he called you up.
No, he didn't call me up personally.
Well, somehow it got you.
You know, 2 ways you could put out the blast. It could go to everybody who was, he put the blast out that he felt threatened.
Right.
Yeah.
And you showed up.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, you let them know that nothing was going to happen to Kanye.
Nah.
That's not how it went down.
Yeah,
Well, no,
I'm saying,
okay,
nothing was going to happen to him. I was
solid.
There. Nothing was going to happen to him.
Solid.
Did you feel that Kanye was being paranoid, or do you think that something might
now look, let me pause it right there. How much was that worth? Because listen, and it's a scary time nowadays, and it was a scary time back then. I mean, our hearts go out to Terrence J, the former host of 106 in Park, and I believe E News, one of those news channels, HBCU graduate, member of Omega Psi Phi out in LA. He was shot in the shoulder on a attempted home invasion. I mean, and there's been countless people who have lost their lives, in this stuff. And Sigel was there apparently with the quickness and saved his life. At that moment, if you're Ye, he believed his life was in jeopardy. And he said, Sigel said he sent it out on if you guys are familiar, those things were called and not Blackberries, they were called two ways. So he said he sent a message out to everybody on a two-way. So who could have possibly been on that two-way call? Jay, Dame, Biggs, Bleak, who else? I mean, I don't really think he got anybody else. Could have been Cam, could have been Jim, right? Maybe not. Send it out. Who's the only one who showed up? Exactly, Sigel. That's why Sigel getting the Brad, because you know what I'm saying, he put in the work. When people show up for you when others won't, this is what happens. Your blessing comes back, especially when you know that person's a good person. You know what I'm saying? He was rocking with Ye. Nonstop. For this man to show up and put his own life on the line. Sigel put his, because look, he could have got arrested right there. He could have done time for that, right? He put his life on the line for Ye, and Ye is now giving it back, right? Because and I don't want to quote scriptures, but I know it's Jesus is king and Ye is into this whole religious thing. But they say that the Lord shows up at the time you most need it, and we don't know. Imagine he didn't give Sigel it then, but he's giving it to him now, and it's gonna take care of him and his family for the rest of his life when other people have not. How much has Jay given Sigel? We don't know. And I'm not saying he hasn't. I know he made that man a millionaire, but it's hard when you come from an environment to keep the money as going, especially when you're not involved with the businesses no more. Right? Ye gave it to him today, made sure that man is good today. And that's a solid. But let's listen to the rest of the story. I'm gonna take myself off.
have actually happened with the people that you confronted at that point?
No, he wasn't being paranoid. They had chairs pulled up to his table where he was eating at with his friends, and they wasn't eating.
Oh.
Yeah.
So something was about to happen to Kanye.
Yeah. It was real.
It was real.
Yeah, they played the food was cold. It was only a couple bites taken out of them. And it was just like a weight off. Like, hurry up. And when you come out of here, it's going down. So when I got to ask Kanye, yo, you know this guy right here? It was like, nah, I just pulled the chair from him, And Kanye had his jewelry tucked in on him. Take your chain out. that was like a badge, that Rockefeller chain. Like, we don't do that. At least I didn't roll that way. And that was my brother. Like, we was La Familia. We was the family.
Uh-huh.
So taking from him at that time was like taking from me.
How did the guys react when you confronted them?
As they should.
Took a few steps back.
A little more than a few steps.
Man, shout out. Hey, look. One time for the real ones in the building. One time for the real ones in the building. And you know what? That's how it's supposed to be. He broke it down very simple, right? Very simple. We all seen The Wire. We all understand how this dynamic works as far as protecting assets and where money is coming and going and who's down and who's not, and being part of a team. The United States government would never allow one of their soldiers to be disrespected, you know what I'm saying, in a certain light. And it's the same thing. Why do we abandon each other in times of need? You know what I'm saying? Why do we abandon each other in time? There's strength in unity. We all know that. So why do we ignore it though? Siegel understood this method and stuck to it. Very, very, very honestly and truly, you know, to be honest. And that's why his good faith is coming back to him, because he was solid in his decisions, and he stood for something and didn't fall for anything. And he saw that this man was with him, walked the earth with this man. He knew him personally, and they had been working together. And so why wouldn't he stand up for his brother? Why and help him out in that situation? Because I mean, just think about it. The effects of that incident would have been monumental. What if there was no Kanye? What if Kanye life had ended so prematurely? Like we've seen Mac Dre, rest in peace from Cali. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Who else? I mean, this Prodigy. I mean, so many people whose career were cut short from greatness. Imagine if Ye's had ended that day, but he was in a position, it didn't end that day. He went on to do great things, and from that, he gave back. He gave back to that man. So I think I pretty much cleared it up, and I'm very happy to see that. And I understand that there's been some difficulty with Ye and us understanding it. When I say us, I mean African Americans, Black people understanding what he's saying. But regardless of that, please judge a man through his actions. And he just showed us that he cares about us. He cares about us. He cares about, you know, where he came from. He cared about things that we all do. He cared about Siegel enough to give him 50 million today. But you know, I've been seeing that a lot with Siegel, because Cat Williams also gave Siegel something. Right? People just don't give you these things because, oh yeah, it's cool and that's going to help me get popular. No, Siegel put in work and deserved it. I mean, we've seen Siegel on the backstage. We've seen situations where, you know, Jay-Z, you know, came through and came to Philly to get him, or made sure that Siegel was good in ways that wasn't others. I mean, he gave him the biggest cosign, getting on a track with him. That's infinite potential. That's infinite money. And so I just want to say, hey, look, respect for Beanie Sigel, respect to Kanye West for being a stand-up person. And I'm very happy to see this in hip hop. And I hope this is a lesson to everybody. Be solid with your dealings, do good business, and your blessings will come back to you times 50. You heard me? All right. This is Awesome Nobody. This is Evan versus Internet. Until the next broadcast, be safe, y'all. Peace.